Hi, this is customer service. What is customer service? This is chapter 1, customer service, a practical approach. So what is customer service? Anything we do for the customer that enhances the customer experience is customer service. Anything really. But before we look at that more about service, we have to now talk about customer satisfaction. So the customer's overall feeling of contentment with a customer interaction is satisfaction. Okay, so if we keep going, we take a look at customer expectations. Expectations are a personal vision of the result that will come from our experience. And usually, if you compare this to perception, which we will look at in a second, this is the ideal thinking of a customer when they walk into the store. It's always very idealistic on what they're looking for and in the product. And the product that they're looking for is ideal for them. So in other words, it could do exactly everything that they're looking for in a product, which of course this is never true. Product, difference between ideal and realistic is huge, especially in what we expect from products that we go purchase. So the reality is the way we see something based on that experience is perception. So in other words, that what we walk into the store with and we have a customer expectation, or we have an expectation, and when we walk out, that's the reality of it. The product really is not exactly how we were looking for. So this is where you look at companies where they have fantastic products, is because the difference between expectations and perceptions is minimal. The bigger the difference between customer expectations and perception, this is where customer satisfaction drops down. So here are some examples of customer service. Take a look at them. Pause the screen if you like. Now let's look at why customer service is rare. Because a lot of companies don't want to spend the money, a lot of money to satisfy customers long term, and this is a big issue. So a lot of companies they think they will get away with not giving them customer service, expecting that the products will be perfect, and in most cases it's not. So spending money is a big issue when it comes to customer service, and taking action. And action also is related to money, because you need to have the personnel to give the service, and you need to train personnel to give great customer service. And unfortunately, we don't always see that because of training, because of salary. Company, or I should say employees, will move on to other jobs, and they're not satisfied with that. So this is a big issue, two big issues when it comes to customer service. Well, customers, what they're looking for really is service on a large general scale, but they're also looking for price. That is not going to be something, I'm not going to say that price is not an issue. Price is always an issue. Quality, action, and they do want to be feeling appreciation. This is why companies now have something else besides customer service, which is called after sales service. So after sales service kicks in at the very end for customers to make them happy and to make them come back and purchase products again. Right? Now, talking about customers, there are two kinds of customers in business in general, B2B or B2C. Business to business or business to customer. We have external customers, customers we do business with outside our organization, right? This could be suppliers, also society or governments or creditors or shareholders. These are external customers from the organization. And you also have to look at internal customers, and internal customers are the people we work with throughout our organization. Now you're going to say, well, how could that be? Because the term customers, right, is got to do with not just customers that come into your store to purchase products, but it has to do with your internal people that work with you. So people with whom we work are also called customers. So this is a lesson that you're going to learn. The word customers refers to both external customers, which are we consider to be customers that purchase products in general, and also internal customers, people with whom we work with. This is a way of understanding the fact that when you do work with people, you need to understand that they're not your friends in general, and they are co-workers. But if you apply the factor that these are customers, you will certainly have a better understanding or atmosphere when it comes to work relations. So characteristics of customers, or attributes I should say, these are characteristics that allow customers to be categorized according to demographics, psychographics, or firmographic information. So let's take a look at all three. Demographic, from age to income, all the way to home ownership, sex, occupation, household size, all of this is called or in part of demographics. Postal code meaning where they live. If you live here in Quebec or you live, let's say, in Alberta. Psychographics has got to do with culture, lifestyles, needs, hobbies, so on and so forth. You can read them all. And attitudes also are part of psychographic information. The one that really is a little different that you haven't heard before is firmographic. And this is inside the company, like I mentioned to you before. These are still customers. So the number of employees in the company, the kind of business, if it's retail, wholesale, or a service provider, and also the hours of operation. These are firmographics. And we talk about customers in general, or the cost of losing a customer. We lose the current dollars that our business relationships created. We lose the jobs that our clients provided, and suffer a loss of reputation, and also lose the intangible variable of future business. In other words, loyal customers. And this is why we have after-sales service. Now more and more companies will give you the light of day, as we say, and will give you better service after you bought the product. This, of course, is all new. When we look at all aspects of service, is new. In sales, for the longest of time, there was no such thing as customer service, or especially not after-sales service, or extended warranties, or warranties of any kind. All of this really is still new and getting better and better for each and everyday consumers. So that's the first part, first step into the intro of customer service. This is chapter 1. Thank you.